time to go outside and play in the snow, okay? I'm gonna fix lunch and I'll call you back in a little bit.
What, Mom? What am I gonna do outside? That sounds horrible and boring.
Honey, just use your imagination. Or you could use the sled I got you.
It's freezing out here, Mom! Ugh.
Baby, why do you have on flip-flops and why are your pants pulled up so high?
What, Mom? This is the new fashion. Like, you wouldn't even understand.
Hey, Shug, this is your 5-minute warning before you have to come in.
What? That's not fair!
Hey, honey, would you like a 3rd cup of hot chocolate or a 4th cup of hot chocolate?
What? What, Mom? What? I don't even understand the language that you're saying. Ugh! How am I supposed to understand that?
Hey, baby, just come in and warm up and I'll explain all about how to figure out which fraction is bigger and if it's an equivalent fraction. Okay, honey, so like I said earlier, would you like a 3rd cup of hot chocolate or 4th cup of hot chocolate? Now, I know that might be pretty hard to figure out which one is bigger because really, when you look at these, you'll see that the 4th, that number is actually bigger than the 3rd, but take a look at this. Okay, sweetie, so if you look at this, I've got 1/3 and 1/4, but if you look at the circles, you'll see that one of them, the 3rd, is actually cut up in, obviously, into 3 pieces. That's your denominator, right? Now, over here in the 4ths, you've got the 4ths that are 4 pieces, but which one, if this was a cake, which one would you want a piece of? Would you want the 3rd or the 4ths? I would want the 3rds because, one, I'm selfish, and I want the biggest piece because on this one, I only have to share with 3 people. On the 4th, I have to share with 4 people, and that means less cake for me. Okay, let's look at a different one. So I have 1/7 and 2/8. If we're trying to figure out which one's bigger, that can be hard because sometimes at some point, it's really hard to draw fractions evenly when you get into the bigger denominators. So that's really not a good strategy, but I'd like to show you another strategy that's excellent. So
the first thing I like to do is call it the butterfly method. So I'm going to circle the 2 opposite numbers, one denominator and the opposite numerator, and then I'm going to multiply those. So 7 times 2 equals 14. You're exactly right. Now let's do it to the opposite side. We're going to circle the 1 and the 8, and then 8 times 1 is what? 8. So now we're left with an 8 on one side and 14 on the other. So now we just have to ask ourselves, which side is bigger, the 8 or the 14? And you're exactly right when you say the 14. So we know that 2/8 is bigger than 1/7. Great job.
why'd you give me this piece of paper? You want me to work it? So I have these numbers, and I don't like your butterfly thing. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna do an arrow because you pierce my heart and soul every time you ask me to do something. I'd rather be outside playing right now. So I'm going to draw an arrow diagonally, and I know that 3 times 3 equals 9. And then I'm gonna do another diagonal, and then 9 times 1 is 9. Wait, what? They're the same. What's it mean when they're equal? Like when they amount to the same thing. What does that even mean?
You actually just said the answer. The answer is an equivalent fraction. 1/3 and 3/9 are equivalent because they both equal the same thing. At the top of either the arrow or the butterfly, the numbers are the same, making it an equivalent fraction.
Mom, are we done? Are we done? I want to go out in the snow. Done? Done? Yes?
Hey, best friend, look at my new sled. It's totally rad. Do you love it? Do you love it? Do you love this? All right, ready? Set, go! Oh my gosh, like, so today was kind of fun and I really appreciated my mom teaching me about equivalent fractions and like figuring out which ones are like better and stuff. So that was like really good. So maybe like stay tuned and like check out some more videos that I've got coming up, okay? All right, bye.